All right. All right. We're good now. So
Hello
again. What's technical difficulties in a stream game? Hello, everyone. I'm Jay, known as NeoFed3 on the socials. Today we are playing Star Wars Edge of the Empire, a Fantasy Flight games. And enough about me, but let me introduce these wonderful people that have said, hey, I want to play some Star Wars, even though I may have never played it before. We're going to have some fun. So, Rich, please tell us who you are and who you're playing today.
Well, I'm Richard. I play Star Wars. I've never gotten to play this system before. I'm playing Feet, the Twi'lek tech. Does shady jobs because that's what got him out of bad places to live, and so this is what he does for a living now.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Rob, who are you and who are you playing?
Hey, I'm Rob. I'm actually on one of the Game Tavern shows that is currently on hiatus. I love playing Star Wars games. I don't think anybody is unfamiliar with that fact. And I have played with Jay before. Very excited to play with Jay again. I am reprising as Ooze. Ooze is a Herglick. That is a space whale man. And he is an exotic game hunter. He's a big guy, and then he loves to take risks.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining us. Kevin, who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, everybody. I'm Kevin. You might have seen me in the TTRPG space. I run a Clone Wars campaign called Revenge of the Crit. This is my first time doing Fantasy Flight. So, but yeah, today I'll be in the player seats playing Zendar Fett, the Trando Mando. He's a gunslinging smuggler, and he's looking to cause some chaos. So, yeah, I'm excited to roll some dice, and yeah, we got a lot of dark side going against us, so it's going to be fun.
just a little, but you know, the force kind of changes around a little bit, so I think we'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
Jose, hello, welcome. Who are you and who are you playing today?
Hi, everybody. My name is Jose. I'm a fantasy illustrator. I used to play Star Wars, and I haven't played this system, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be playing Rook, the Wookiee warrior, who is out searching for somebody, but is taking side jobs to pay his way across the galaxy. And I've met up with these folks.
Excellent. Thank you for joining us. Last but never least, Anna, who are you playing and where can we find you?
Hi, my name is Anna. I normally play the Rogue Turgeon Nighthawk on the show Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction with Rob. Today I am playing Oscara, the Twi'lek Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter. Skip Tracer, that's what I was thinking of. And she's a very tough, no-nonsense character who is hot on the trail of somebody who double-crossed her back in the underworld with her buddy Zendar Fett.
Excellent. So we are playing Star Wars Edge of the Empire. Shadowport Adventures is the name that we're in this particular series of one-shots. But the important thing is we're here for charity. And your donations affect our story. This is a narrative-based game system, narrative dice, so that we get to use a lot of role-playing. But your donations help our players or hinder them, help me or them with multiple donations. So somewhere in the chat sometime, hopefully we'll be popping up, but for $20, you can add a blue boost dice to any player or GM against a roll. For $25, you can add a black setback dice, which will hinder our players and or GM. For $40, you can donate to add an upgrade, to upgrade their ability dice to a proficiency. That's a green to a yellow dice. That makes their ability to, their skill checks much easier. And then last, for $50, because once in a while rerolls are necessary, for $50, you can just give an outright reroll to one of the players, because sometimes they just need a little helping hand. Our goal is to get to 4,000 because at 4,000 we have a special event happening. So donations, come on, let's have some fun.
Yes.
Make Reed shave his head, please. I want to watch.
Hey, worthy
gotta happen
goal
in this stream.
So with that being said, we enter the Star Wars universe as the crawl of yellow letters come down. This group of adventurers have been hired by the information broker known as the Broker. He has assembled this crew of hunters for a job with the Hutt, Vorgos the Hutt, on a planet called Darlin Prime, or Darlin Boga. and they're attending the shadow port called Deep River Drop. There, they're going to meet a representative of Vorgos the Hutt for the details of the job that they need to do, a hunting job. Someone did some wrong the Hutt, and the Hutt needs some people to get it back. So we open up as their ship lands in this shadow port of rain and this cavern. They kind of enter the side of a mountain that's been dug out a mile high. And there's a crater just in as the waterfall falls in for another half a mile as ships kind of come in and out of the waterfall as tunnels throughout the entire cavern, as well as this large port inside this mouth. And as they land and they're waiting on their ship, what does the party do as the representative will be approaching sometime? You're sitting there landing and waiting. And I open it up to the crew.
Is this on like this is a public space where there are like any tables around, or
you're in your ship still?
Okay.
You're still on your ship. So you're waiting on your ship for the representative to approach you. Or approach your ship.
Well, I want to just in case check out the computer systems of the port in case we need to get into them for some reason.
Okay.
For purely noble and pure reasons.
All right. So are you going to be trying to connect from the ship, or are you going outside to a terminal?
Try to connect from the ship.
Okay. So the first dice roll of the game. So as you kind of set up the system from your ship and trying to link to the computer system, we're going to have a little bit, you know what? We're going to make this it's going to be a little difficult. So it's going to be a hard check. There's a little bit of a setback because of the technology that you're trying to do. But go ahead and roll the first computer check. Wow. That is a straight wash. So of all the skillness that he has, it's a straight wash. So as you're trying to get into that system, it says, please use regular public information. Hacking, slicing into the system is not warranted.
So they at least have better security than the Colonial Pipeline. Okay, that's good.
So the rest of you are sitting there in the lounge of your ship, relaxing.
Hey, did they mention what kind of contact we're waiting for?
As long as we don't have to go out there. I hate the wet.
Well, I mean, it's not so bad.
Maybe not for you.
Long as my armor don't get rusty, I don't mind it. Just see like Zendar, he like is taking out little vibro daggers, just sort of sharpening it up.
Do we know who the contact is, or what he looks like, or what he is?
Not yet, but just as you're thinking about that, your landing pad is there's a long walkway. And just as about you're saying that, you see a red protocol droid start approaching your ship. And he kind of comes up and he stands right in front of the landing ramp.
Droid? All right. I guess I'll go get that.
I'll go with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure, it's not a bomb.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Going down as well.
Yeah, I'll like be in the back of the pack, just like hands on my pistols in case things go south.
It's a shadow port. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
So Ooze will hit the button to drop the ramp so that he can get down, and then he'll move down the ramp as it opens, which is probably not easy for him. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
You see the red protocol droid. You're like, greetings, crew. I am CP7D. I have been sent here to greet you. May I come aboard?
Do you need to come aboard? You gonna rust out there?
The information I need to prevent you should be private. Board your ship is the most viable option.
Hey, Finn, does it look like it's gonna explode?
Hold on. Let me check.
Yeah.
I don't plan on exploding. That would be detrimental for the information and job I'm here for you.
I'm just gonna give him a little kick. Like not a super hard one, just sort of like, you know how like people in people in the South are like it's sort of like a little kick, like, oh, let's see if it's working now.
Ichupa! How rude!
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll pat him down and just bring him aboard.
Well, and he's like, eventually makes his way onto the ship after you.
Yeah, I'll kind of apologize to him in binary.
He's like, of course. And as he gets in the ship, he's not going to go very far into the ship. He's just kind of standing right there. And at which
There's a
point he kind of waits for the ramp to come up. And he, in the palm of his hand, hollow messenger device lights up. And a picture, this image of a hut appears in this thing. And you hear, oh. Ukapachamawana, Ukapada, Ochowana. My master, the illustrious Vorwell of the Hut, bid you welcome. Unchapawana, Kukapawa. My master says he requires you quietly retrieve some cargo and the hovercraft that someone stole from his docks. This occurred 2 days ago at my master's southern dock area while it was being unloaded. The hovercraft and cargo on it was stolen and flown deep into the caverns below. Oompa chuwawa, unawana. Find the person, find the ship, and return them, preferably with the thief alive, so my master can introduce the penalty of theft personally.
Is there a bonus for retrieving the thief alive versus not?
Uma Kopawana. And then the thing just kind of, actually kind of, and you hear this, as the hollow messenger image disappears. The price is to include all. The bonus, the amount that my master will offer you is for all 3 of those items, in that order. The cargo, the thief, and the ship, the hovercraft.
Cargo's more important than the ship?
Yes.
Hovercraft can be replaced. Cargo, probably not.
And as he says that, he flips on and provides you with, he has a data pad in his hand. And if the players would like to look at roll 20, an image pops up. And there is this alcohol.
What?
My master cargo is a very expensive and very rare alcohol known as Gungan Spit. He requires the 5 cases returned to him.
Yeah, that's probably not very easy to replace.
Exactly. My master will pay you 2,000 credits each upon completion of our agreed transactions. My master requests that you requested outside assistance to try to keep this matter quiet. Please be discreet in your inquiries to avoid any overly noticeable activity. Once you have my master's desires, please contact me with this comlink.
Just lean over to Oscara and be like, apologies in advance if I leave, my noise makes it a little less subtle.
Better yet, try and be subtle this time, and then you won't have anything to apologize for.
Darling, I hate to. I will try my best, but I'm just too good at killing.
CP also hands you a data pad. There is some video of the incident. There's not much, but this is what we have to assist you in your investigations. Do you
grab
have
that.
any further questions?
I'll look at the what he hands us, the data pad.
There's a video in there that is available, and again, information on what the crates look like, markings on the crates that you're looking for, the information on what the hovercraft looks like.
Okay.
Hey, droid, your boss anger any of his rivals recently?
No,
Question.
to our knowledge, it was not. It appears to have been a spontaneous job, at least from what the video analysis has indicated. Feel free to provide more. We've provided the information for you. I do not believe any. As he's mumbling for a second, rivals are involved, but we wish that the rivals not be aware of this incident.
Right. Yep. Got that.
I take a long, hard look at the image of the cargo itself, and I'd like to use my hunch to see if I can get a sense of where it might be.
You might need to meditate on something like that. It might take a few minutes. If you'd like to go over to the corner, we'll finish that up in just a moment. If there's any other further interactions as you kind of go off and relax to kind of focus on this.
Is there any way to track the hovercraft?
Unfortunately, no. The translocation was disabled. To finalize our agreement, my master would like you to track down the cargo, track down the thief, and bring back them, and then the hovercraft in that order. Upon completion of those, you will be paid 2,000 credits, and feel free to, when you have them in your possession, contact me in the comm link, and I will let you know where to meet you.
Question, my little droid friend. If we find this thief, if they have any resistance, are they also required to be brought in alive, or are their lives to be dealt with if they present conflict?
My master would strongly prefer to have the thief brought in alive so he can personally teach what theft against him is wrong.
So his
And
friends...
he's paying for the punishment he wants to inflict. That makes sense.
His friends are none of our concern.
Oh, well, that's all I need to know.
So I only need one alive. That makes it simple.
You probably would have noticed on the whole trip that we've been, since we've been traveling together, that Rook doesn't carry any lethal weapons on him. He's only got non-lethal weapons on him.
Yeah.
You have a picture of the thief so we know which one not to kill?
As he's like, the data pad I provide you has security camera footage for you to review.
Perfect.
It's not much, but it is something.
Does it show what direction they left town in?
No, it does not.
Well, that's probably our first objective then.
But that is why you are hired. You are capable trackers.
Probably want to go to the scene, ask around, see who's seen the guy, who knows him, where his likely hideouts might be.
Any further questions I may help you with?
No, you've been great, droid. Appreciate it.
Again, when you complete, contact me and I will arrange a location meet. Thank you and good hunting. And he turns around and walks off the ship. Now, as the host, we're going to go to you real quick.
Yep.
And I would like you to, we're going to roll that meditative relaxation. And that sense, that urgency. And I would like you to roll the white force dice, and it should be all set for you.
Okay.
So just go to the force dice. So as you are just sensing, and you're focusing on the crates, correct?
Yes.
Yes, you are whatever the mystic, the trance that you're in, you sense the crates.
And they have a direction.
They're underground, and they're further. They're a long ways away underground. You would probably need a skiff to get there, but but as you're kind of getting there, you're winding through tunnels, and which is very, very confusing at times. And you're not sure how to get there, but you know that it's in that direction. And it's in a large area, as if it was at a hideout somewhere in the caverns.
And is this, like the caverns that you're describing, is this like a mapped area, or is this all like beyond here is just natural formations and nobody
Natural
really knows?
formations and stuff. You might have to, there might be a map, there might be some information. You might need to rent something to get there, and the Shadowport might have some of that stuff there.
Okay. I'll go ahead and back to the party. Back to the
Okay. So as the video from that tablet kind of pops up and the video security camera starts to play, why don't everyone, I'll let you give me either a perception or a computer check if you would like to analyze the video a little bit better. And before you roll, let me get my dice set up. We're going to make it an average check. But because I am an evil GM and I have so many dark side points waiting for me, I'm going to use a dark side to this, which means I'm going to upgrade this difficulty. So it's going to be 1 purple, 1 red, and 1 black setback dice, because the video is not perfect.
But
Well, my computer's definitely better
since they're
than
with me,
Yeah.
since they're with me and they're rolling perception, they do get that bonus die. Probably
get-
2, since they're right next to it.
I will actually add the bonus die into the main roll since everyone's rolling, so don't worry about adding that in your sheet. So I will take care of that one, but I've added all the sets. So when you're ready, feel free to roll either perception or computers.
Okay.
My computer's better, so I'm going to try that. Let me. Am I ready for me to roll?
Go for it.
What is my perception? It is. Ooh, that is a good one. So I will hit roll for that.
Oh, yes. All right. There is a lot of successes. There is a triumph. Ooze, you're just kind of like, it's video. Not realizing it's a video of something. And it's stressing you out because you're just like, I can't see, because everyone's
Nobody
kinda
made any money. Nobody lost any money. This
Exactly.
is boring.
Xandar, you're kind of like going, I'm not really seeing anything, but you're like, oh, wait a second. And then as someone starts talking, you kind of get a better idea. As well as Fit, you're kind of in your computer, you enhance this picture. You're able to like tweak it a little bit, and the
CSI.
picture kind of comes up and get a really, really good detail. And that's when the detail is that when Fet kind of like, oh, look at that detail right there. And what you see is, you see the security cameras of a young human, possibly a gang member, jumping onto a hovercraft right before taking off. So on the southern docks, this hovercraft comes in and docks, and some workers come off and are unloading some stuff. But while they're in the dock, you see this human kind of walking around, looking around, stops, turns around, kind of looks at the hover, does the look around, sneaks on board the hovercraft, and a few minutes later backs out and goes away. Now, one of the things you notice, because you're excellent rolls, is the thief, you can see that the picture isn't very good, but with your computer skill, you enhanced it. You notice that you have a good description of the thief. And you see a scar on his left cheek running down his neck. And you see that he's wearing a t-shirt that says, it's, as I'm pulling this up again, my brain is, it says Point and Shoot Cantina. He's wearing a t-shirt that says Point and Shoot Cantina. And you have a clear picture of this 17, 18-year-old human. He kind of looks like a gang member, but not really. But with some of the other stuff, as you're kind of going into the computers, and we're going to kind of wind this up into your streetwise, you know that there are several local gangs around the caverns and port area. Most of all of them wield no power. They're relatively harmless, except to themselves. They always fight for territories, and within the Shadowport, there's like small little areas that these gangs kind of hold. they don't really bother the hut, and the hut really isn't concerned with them. And it really looks like this was an opportunity theft. And you're pretty sure that the reason why it's so discreet, because Vorgos might lose some ground if it turns out that a low street gang stole from him. So any further questions from that? And one of the things is, because of the 2 triumphs, I'm going to go back into that. What do you want those triumphs to look like? I just kind of gave you a general, but is there any additional information from those triumphs you would like?
I mean, I'd like to know where the point and shoot cantina is, but I don't know if that's anything we could get straight off the bat.
Because there are 2 triumphs, I'm going to say that as you're kind of looking through, you can pull up a map of the system, of the Shadowport. And there, in fact, is a shoot and point cantina. It's further down into one of the more, I wouldn't say rough neighborhoods, but it's one of those areas that it's more of, it's not your smugglers, it's not your, bounty hunters areas. It's the workers, the individuals that are working, that run the markets, work at the Shadowport itself. So it's a local bar. It's doesn't really have known for the smugglers, the bounty hunters, the assassins. It's not that type of bar. It's not a sports bar. It's your local, really good, authentic bar.
But not the type of bar that would have Gungan spit.
Exactly. But you do know that, based off of that, you will know the exact location, and it would take about 30 minutes via walk to get there.
And point to that and say, sorry, sometimes I slip into my dialect.
Yeah, it might be worth checking out the bar.
Yeah. Hopefully
The other way we could pursue this is eventually we'll have to sell the cargo to make money if we figure out who the buyer is. But I agree, we should check out
one
the bar.
other info question, which is not directly related to the roles, is: so do we have an idea? Is there any detail about how extensive taverns and areas out around the port are, which seems to be where, from Rook's earlier insight, this might be? Can we get any inkling?
Yes. So with that, you know that there is miles upon miles of underground tunnels, and they're intersecting, they go off, and there's different locations. There's some of the tunnels are more specific that connect different locations and small manufacturing or mining, while others are just natural. You do know that there is possibly some creatures within the caverns as well, things of that nature. You know that there's probably, like I said, depending on where you're going in, you need a skiff. Sometimes there's a lot of water in some of these areas. Some of them aren't. They're dry, but you need a speeder bike would be too difficult, but a skiff is probably, and you know that you can rent skiffs down by the dock, and that's very, very common in this area.
I tap at Feet and ask him if could you pull up a map or maybe a geological survey that might show where these caverns go?
That's going to be difficult.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at our tech.
Well, yeah. Can I give it a try?
Yeah, so you're going to try to look for any main maps that they have right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's going to be an average roll. And then there's going to be a setback because of the information trying to get in. But yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
So just straight computers? Okay.
Yep, straight computers. Oh. So as that's 3 failures and 3 advantage.
Wow.
So as you're getting in there, you're like, no. They're not mapped. They're just not. They're landmarked. So they're not mapped in any way. There's no maps in there. It's all landmarked. Go past, this point. You'll find it past this point. Follow this trail. mainly keep to the left. That's kind of the knowledge. So you know that there
turn
are
where
lots-
there used to be an outpost. It's gone. Yeah. That kind of-
Exactly. So, but with that information, you're pretty sure if you got a rough location, you would be able to find it pretty well.
Yeah. I'm getting the idea that Fit is Twi'lek for far end of the bell curve. Okay.
What would the crew like to do?
I think we should go to the tavern,
Find out what we can find out. I agree.
the cantina.
Yeah, perhaps
Because
we
we can always start fumbling around in the tunnels later if we don't get anything at the tavern.
Yeah, let's get some R&R and potentially scout our person of interest at this tavern, and let's save getting dirty for when we need it.
All righty. So as you make your way, you get off the ship and you walk down that long corridor into the main Shadowport. And like I said, it's built into a cavern. There's shops of different things and kind of cantinas here, and you know that you have to kind of walk through different districts and sections of the Shadowport as you're making your way further into the cavern and further into some of the tunnels and stuff like that. But just as you get past the entrance and as you kind of start walking, you suddenly see this small kid, human, about maybe 10 to 12 years old, with a kind of a helmet with some goggles on top and kind of a dirty shirt. And he's kind of stands there and he's kind of sitting on the ground as you walk by. And you notice him kind of come up and he's like, and just jumps up and walks up to your group and goes, hey, hi, is that your ship? Oh, that's so cool. You know, my friend, my older brother, he flew in a kind of ship like that. That's so cool. Hey, how, my name is Lauren Kuhn, but hey, what are you guys doing here? Are you guys some bounty hunters or something? No, you're not stormtroopers or anything. Did you know that Empire and that Jeddah was destroyed by the rebels? You know that? Anyways, do you remember Jurassic Park? Do you remember the scene where the main anthropologist was walking and one of the actors' child was kind of following him and nonstop talking? That is this child. He is so enamored by your group. He is just talking constantly and following you as you're walking.
Keep an eye on my cred purse and keep on walking.
He's like, oh, and what's your names? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'll sort of like lean in, like get on like one knee, get in front of the kid and like,
Listen, Larry, was it? What was your name again?
Lauren, my name's Lauren Kuhn. Yeah, did you know my
Lauren.
ex-boyfriend, my sister's third ex-boyfriend's? Hey, that's a cool blaster. He had a blaster like that too, I think.
Yeah. Listen, Lauren, by chance, do you have any parents that could that we can call to sort of get you home? Like a Shadowport's no place for a kid, unless
This
I'm
is my
mistaken.
home. My mom's working right now, but that's why I'm running around. And my friends are over they're all busy. So I'm just I do this every day. Hey, did you know the Emperor? He's awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
You know the Emperor.
Well, I don't know him personally. I would like to know him, but I heard there's some sort of, wait a minute, are you secret agents of the Empire? Oh,
No.
okay. I didn't think so.
Wait. We are, but don't tell anybody about it. We're undercover inquisitors seeking to find any Jedi. If you see any force wielder maniacs around, just go ahead and tell us. And
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Zendar, for the last time, that stuff isn't real.
well,
It's not real?
no, it's very much real. A scar. Apologies, Lawrence. A scar isn't exactly one for fantasies, but I've seen these fighters with my own eyes. They're not ones to be snuffed at. Just go about your business. We'll keep the ship warm for you.
Actually, Lauren, I was wondering. I have a quick question for you. I take out the picture of the human we saw in the security footage, and I say, "Do you recognize this guy? We were hoping to find him."
No, I don't know. I've never seen him before. There's lots and lots of people around here. But hey, I'm wondering. Yeah, nope, haven't seen him. Don't know him. No, but you know, what was it? My brother? No, my sister's father's uncle's. Yeah. That's it. No, he doesn't know him either.
Focus, Lord. Focus.
I don't know, but yeah. So where are you guys going? What are you smuggling in?
No.
Do you like to fly around all the time?
I mean, not all the time, but yeah.
Oh. You know, my friend, Dad, he got lost one time in the tunnels and got ate by a huge womp rat. It's true. And he's following you as you're walking, if you're walking, starting to walk, or you're just kind of standing there.
Giant womp rat. That sounds pretty interesting. Never killed a giant womp rat before.
Can I look around and get a gauge of the Imperial presence on the port, or just general any people that might any scum and villain that might?
There's scum and villainy here. There's bounty.
I thought we were scum and villainy.
Yeah.
Worse, scummier and more villainy.
How many groups look like us?
There is smugglers. There is there's criminals. There are criminal syndicates here. There is a businessmen here. There's no Imperial presence here. This is a kind of one of those shadow ports. But there's a mining operations. There's ship repairs. There's ship upgrades, specialized ship upgrades. There's a black market here. So there's a lot of different things that are happening here.
Okay.
He's just kind of this wide-eyed kid, just kind of this smile, and just anytime he can, he's just talking away and jabbering about different things and outlandish things and things that might connect to him and stuff like that. So you're kind of standing there listening to him, and
Hey, kid.
And he follows you if you start walking.
I'm gonna keep walking.
Yep. So he's just kind of standing next to you, talking left and right, just nonstop.
Let's just keep going.
Hey, Lauren.
Lauren, yeah, Lauren Kuhn, that's my name. Yep. Yep.
Hey, you know anybody that sells maps or at least guides for the caverns?
No, don't know anything like that. But the caverns. Oh my God, the caverns. I've only been in the cavern once, and it wasn't really that far. And just blabs for another few minutes on caverns. As you're walking, for the next 10 minutes this goes on, I would like everyone to roll me a discipline check.
Oh no.
Millions. Or excuse me, let me rephrase that. Cool or discipline. I will allow one of those two for you to roll. Because over the course of the next 10 minutes, it might kind of wrap on your nerves a little bit.
I'm thinking more along the lines of mild brain damage, but yeah.
I'm gonna go for cool.
Okay, I'm
Roll
set.
discipline.
I did upgrade using the bad dice of Dark Side. So, so feat you successed. Fet you were success. Oscar, you're successful. Ooze, your success. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and Rek, you are successful. Although your patience is a little drawn on this, as well as Fet. Your patience, just that non-stop talking, was a little difficult. But he's a kid, he's one of those kids. Work, you can click off your white dice. You can make that a 0, so you don't need to include that in your skill checks anymore. But yeah, so this kind of goes on, and as you're getting closer to the cantina, he's still kind of chatting away and stuff like that. And anything else on the way to the cantina?
I mean, Ooze is keeping his eyes peeled, or his ears peeled as well. Just paying attention to see if anybody's selling anything related to caverns, cavern maps, guides, hunting guides, things like that. Anything that could give him a little bit
and
more
I think-
information.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Feet would have been kind of just trying to scan, looking for, are we in a local gang, one of the local gang territories, anyone that look like local gang members, just to see who's there and if any of them look like they might be similar, a related gang to our thief of interest, or if they're a rival gang, which could be interesting too.
Before we leave the kid behind, I tell Lorne, look, that picture I showed you. Try to keep quiet about that at least. You can talk about anything else you want, but if you see that guy, let us know, and there might be something in it for you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But only if you don't tell anyone you're looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he follows you and is walking with you the entire time as you are going to the cantina, talking nonstop. So, and as you are approaching the cantina, it's a longer street. There's different shops, and he's just talking away. I would like everyone to give me either a streetwise or a perception roll, please.
I got myself the streetwise.
And my dice set are ready, so whenever you are, go ahead and roll those wonderful dice.
Just remember, you get bonus dice if you roll perception.
Okay, so allow me to add those in real quick to
Ooh,
make
I got-
sure.
Yeah, I have.
Should I roll again? Because I rolled before the bonus dice happened.
Go for it. Roll
Same
again.
here.
All right.
Rolling again.
Rolling perception. I think that's.
No streetwise. Damn.
Ooh!
Damn.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Success and threat. Uh-oh. That's
Success. Yeah. You're strain. You're kind of in that strain. It's a little bit difficult for those threats, but we're gonna say something else. But that triumph that Oscar got. What would you like that to be?
Maybe I see. Can one of us suddenly see a guy with a scar on his? Where's that scar? Scar on his left cheek, out of the corner of her eye.
No, unfortunately not. He's not here right
Can
now.
we
but
run
that
into
is an
somebody who's seen him or knows him?
That I can.
Okay.
So
I can't just cut short the whole adventure in 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Aw,
It's a
curses.
great try.
There he is, right there.
Yeah.
So as you're getting a little bit closer, there are two things that you notice. You see the point and click, or excuse me, the point and shoot cantina. And outside the cantina, you see a kid sweeping up kind of right next to the cantina kind of front area, kind of just sweep. And it's another kid wearing the t-shirt. And one of the other things is, just as you walk by, you also see that there is you kind of walk past, you see a gonk droid. And there is a shifty, probably low-level smuggler type dude sitting on the ground with his hands up as this gonk droid has a vibro blade and kind of going gonk, 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 gonk. And he goes, no, I don't know what he is. Honestly, I don't know what he is. And the little kid's like, oh, he's in trouble. And it's more or less, you kind of just walk past an interaction to give you an idea of this area. On the opposite side of the street, about a half a block down, you notice that the street kind of turns left a little bit. There's a gang sign on one side of the street, and there's a gang sign on another side of the street. So this is kind of like the borderline of two particular gangs. And on the other side, on the far side, you see someone standing there that looks like a gang member in an alley, kind of chewing on something, kind of looking around, and someone kind of comes up to them. They say a few words and they walk away, and he's just kind of standing there. And it looks like he's right in front of an alleyway. As you walk up to the point and shoot cantina, and this little helper is kind of cleaning up and taking out the garbage, and he's about to go back into the cantina. What would you like to do?
I'm going to put my arm so he can't proceed into the cantina. We have a question for you.
Yeah.
Show him the the picture of the scarred guy.
Um,
Where's he?
that's Betsby, I think his name is. I don't know him. He hasn't been around. I took over his job because he didn't show up. The owner knows where he is or knows of him. I don't know. I just work here. Don't hurt me.
So long as you don't tell anyone about this conversation, we won't.
And as long as you're accommodating with our questions, you got nothing to be nervous about, my friend.
And I'll just like sort of like do like little arm slap on his back.
Thank you. And he kind of walks, taking the trash, kind of like scared, very scared.
I think.
Wonder what gang this Betsby ran with.
The one on this side of the street, maybe.
Maybe it wasn't in a gang. Maybe it was just a theft of opportunity.
Well,
So a chance to quit his job and make a quick buck.
Did you say that there's guys on this side of the street, or just a symbol, just the gang sign?
You see a symbol on just around the corner from this side, and then you see two different symbols, as if there's kind of you're at a point of a T, or the road goes to the left. On the left-hand side, there's one. On the right-hand side, there's a different gang sign, kind of plastered, that graffiti type. And then on the right side, about a half a block down, in where an alley is, you see what appears to be a gang member just standing there, clearly up to something. Who knows?
Minding his own legitimate business.
Exactly. Yes. In the alley, at the entrance of an alleyway.
Do we speak to him, or do we speak to the owner?
Says we can't do both.
Well, he might not be there.
The owner's going to be there when we get done with this guy. Let's go talk to him first.
Good talk to him.
Okay.
All right.
What's the worst that could happen?
So as you, Lauren kind of said, "Oh, you're good. Where you guys? Where you guys going? Where you going?
Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm always here. Yeah. So I've been looking around. I haven't seen any of those Jedi people because Jedis are evil because they destroy Jedi. But what are we doing? What should I do? What do you want me to do? What?
I mean, we
can't
is a
go into the
very
canteen.
we is a very powerful word, Lauren. You gotta learn. Like, is there like is there like any traffic moving about?
Very
Like-
little in this area, but there's some.
So I was thinking of like, is there a way I could just sort of like pick up and just like throw him time it into, so he's like gets on a speeder and just sort of zooms away out of our peripheral.
I was thinking more giving him a few credits and asking him to go order us food in the bar. And then while he's doing that, hopefully the fireworks will be over before he comes out to find us. I got your food. Yeah.
Oh, I'll be like, listen, we're gonna be going into a very super top secret meeting with these guys that might give us very valuable information. We need somebody to keep watch. I'm trusting you.
All right, do
Hey,
I have
uh,
any
y-
credits I can give the kid?
You see the alley down there, and Ooze points way down, like
Yeah,
the far end of it.
That one over there with the green, yeah, I think that, or the one with the blue, right? Yeah, okay, that one, yeah,
Yeah, that one, kid. Hide in it and let us know if anybody comes up that alley. Just yell really loud if it happens.
Yeah, and I'll give him a couple of credits.
And he just sprints down there.
So you always come up with nice little outs for annoyances.
Let's not tell him when we're done.
Yeah, well, he's a cute kid, but this might get dangerous.
Of course.
So as you turn to move towards the alleyway where the individual, you can see him just because you were sitting there talking to Lauren. He just walked into the alley.
Going, walking quickly.
All right.
So as that you get to it takes you a little while, or a moment or two, and you get to the entrance of the alleyway. You just charge in. How do you get to the? How would you?
Oh,
like to-
Zendar's just like waltzing right in, like he, like
Okay.
feeling. Yeah. He's a Mando. He's got that, like, the armor he thinks he's just going to carry his possessions, so he's just got, like, that big strut.
So as you kind of walk in, you see the alleyway go down, probably about the length of the building, and then turn right to like the back area. And there's a little bit of another building on the other side. So you're kind of in between some building areas and stuff like that. So as you get down to about past this building, you just kind of walk in and turn to your right as it kind of turns.
Yeah, eyes up.
Well, yeah, looking around up.
Okay. So as you kind of turn that area, you see about the length, a good probably a few 100 feet or so. You see the back end of the alleyway, and there's a couch there. There's kind of a makeshift little heating lamp, and you see this Twi'lek, this green Twi'lek male sitting there, kind of with his legs crossed, just kind of sitting there looking at, going. He's early 20s ish, kind of young. Definitely a chip on his shoulder kind of attitude. Let everyone give me, we're going to go with a perception check, but before you roll,
Remember those bonus dice.
I'm going to add those 2 bonus dice in there, but you know what? We're going to use that dark side, because we're going to make this.
Ooh.
So now is the 4 light side and 2 dark. Woohoo! Because I want to make this difficult, and it's going to be challenging to see what happens. So I'm ready with my dice.
All right.
All right.
All right, rolling perception.
Ooh, I think that's a watch. I mean, there's triumph.
So we have a success from Fett, but it's a little bit of stress, but we'll figure that out. It's a wash for Oz, Sakara. Fett, you failed outright. You have no clue, but you're focusing. But you did roll a triumph, so we're gonna give you that. We're gonna come back to that triumph in a second.
Okay.
Warwick, you failed miserably because you're focusing on this guy. You kind of you're looking up at one area, but then you're kind of focusing on this guy. You have no absolute clue. Ooze, you're the one going, yeah, this is a trap. This is clearly a trap. But you also know that if they were professionals, they would have done a better job of hiding. And you do hear some movement up top, but it doesn't sound like armor. It sounds like it's probably some gang members. And the look of these gang members, you're pretty sure don't have the weapons that you normally encounter. So they're low-level gang members. And from earlier information, yeah, the worst they could do is maybe pull out a knife, you think.
So I want to use the advantage I've generated to pass a bonus to the first person making a non-initiative roll.
Okay, perfect. And then that triumph. What would you like that triumph to be? You failed noticing anything moving, but you're focusing on that one guy. What would you like that triumph to be?
And as he's thinking, Ooze is going to go ahead and say, hey guys, you remember those Dantooinian drop bears, right?
What do I notice off the guy? Can I tell if I see like any, maybe there's like in the room there's also conveniently some explosive barrels within the area?
I'm going to not necessarily explosive barrels, but I'm going to say that there is, what you can tell off of him is that this kid is definitely a street gang member. He's probably one of the lieutenant types. This is an offshoot type, like the territory situation. This isn't the hideout. You do see that he's wearing a necklace with a whistle down, and you notice that the symbols that were painted were the Whistler gang. They're the Whistlers. The gang. So it's very ominous that this is the gang is called the Whistlers, and the Twi'lek. He's like a lieutenant, and he's trying to figure out what you guys are up to and what you're looking for. But you know that he's not alone. You can tell that much. But to what degree, you're not sure.
Well, not an explosive barrel, but I think when you described him, you said he had some kind of heater.
There's a heater.
set
Yeah,
up.
there's a heater.
Maybe it's really in bad repair.
It could be. Actually, there's a really bad heater repair, yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll sort of just like nod up to Oscar like, he tries getting up from that chair, aim for that tank right by the heater, thinking it might cause enough little discharge in the room to ensure there's no survival, to
Yeah.
at least hold him off a little while.
Yeah, that definitely for that triumph. Mhm.
Yeah.
I just nod.
I will also say that you do notice that there is a makeshift canister with like a small explosive with a wire sitting on the ground. It's almost like a makeshift like grenade or something like that next to that power converter thing.
Okay.
Bad place to keep that sort of
And
thing.
you're pretty sure it's kind of a gas grenade. It's not an explosive fragment, but it's more like it's a chemical, like a makeshift hand improv gas grenade of some sort.
So not OSHA compliant.
Very, very not OSHA compliant.
Yeah, this is going to be close enough for me. I'll keep an eye out up here.
He kind of sits back and is like, "Welcome. What business can I do for you? What are you looking for that I can help you with? We have many things that you might want. Gentlemen of your stature."
I to my companions I say this is either going to end up with him unconscious or us having to spend some credits on getting this information. I think maybe the owner of the cantina might talk to us without any problems.
Well, see what he's selling. If he's selling something good, it's probably worth the credits.
Right.
Can't hurt to have a competing perspective, and it's not like he's that dangerous.
Yeah, we already know.
This is
he's
sort of so hopefully Mr. Gang Leader can't hear it.
Yeah, we already know he's got a couple of squirrels hanging out.
Moo? Hello?
So, are you just standing and looking like your ornaments, or we want to do a little business?
Yeah, I'll start walking up to him and say, "Yeah, we were looking for information about somebody.
Well, we might have some information that might help.
I think
It may
his name
cost
is
you.
Betsby."
Betsby. Huh. Offhand, I haven't heard of someone like that, but
Used to
My-
work in the cantina nearby. Scar on his left side of his face.
scar on his
Point and
chin.
shoot.
He wears a point with the cantina around the corner there, down the street. Yeah. My memory is not working so good. Might need some help with that.
Perhaps this might encourage, and I'll at least pull out a pistol. At least,
You'll
like, I'm
pull-
not aiming it at him, but I just like,
Oh.
I just like at least like unholster them and be like, perhaps we may be able to remind you.
Well, Zindar, sometimes credits work a little quicker than pistols.
Oh, but the
So-
pistols are so much more fun for me.
Yeah,
You can't tell us
You
anything.
remember what happened the last time you pulled out your pistol at a meeting like this?
I know I lost my arm, but hey, I grew it back after like a few.
I was thinking
Weeks.
more of the attempted murder charges we nearly got pulled in for and had to fend off.
Right. Man, the Empire really can't let a murder go, can they?
Not unless they commit it.
well, we're a long way from the
I'm
Empire.
gonna
but-
stand by Fit and basically get my shield at the ready, just in case.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask him how many credits would improve his memory.
Well, impress me, and I'll let you know if I can remember this thing. As he kind of puts one hand to the kind of the side, because he's not sure what's about to happen. He's not pulling anything out, but he's definitely kind of maybe he's got his hand on something.
I walk forward and put my hand on top of his and put his hand on the table. And then I take my other hand and I take 10 credits out of my pocket and put it there. And I say, my friend, my buddy back there is itching to use negative incentives. I suggest you bear it in mind when you decide what your bargain limit is. And
I
then pull
love
back.
that.
Damn.
I would like you to either roll a negotiations or more of a coercion roll on this. But before you do, let's set this. This is...
Well, I have good cop, so I can spend two advantages from a charm or negotiation check to upgrade the ability of a single ally's subsequent social interaction check.
Perfect. We will upgrade that one. So I'll put that in to upgrade your roll. I'm going to give you a boost dice because that was just perfect in that role play. It was just the way, just intimidating. And I'm going to give it 2 boost because you had credits and intimidation on that. Which worked perfectly. It's going to be an average check. So when you are ready, go ahead and roll that.
We do have light side points too.
I'm gonna roll it. We've already got plenty of advantage on this. I'm gonna roll a negotiation check,
Okay.
and then I'll give a couple of those advantages to Zendar.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's 4 successes and 3 advantage. Yeah, he kind of looks at you and realizes like, all right. And he kind of whistles up a little bit, and he's like, it kind of gives the squirrels the knowledge to back off, and it's kind of, there's 2 other small gang members that seem to be like holding a net and maybe something else that they were going to throw down on you. Back off a little bit. And so this kid's like, yeah, Betsby. I don't like him. He's a punk. He's not part of our gang, but he wants to be.
What
He's
a coincidence. We don't like him either.
Yeah. Betsby Long Gone is his name. He's trying to get into our gang, but he's got the hots for Quill, one of our female gang members. Little does he know, Quill's spoken for by the boss. So, but he's trying to get in. He's got a little job for us that seems that is his ticket in. He's hanging out at the our hideout.
Betsby is?
Yeah.
Which way?
Well, since you've asked so kindly, our hideout is just past Dead Man's Pond, in the caverns down over on the east side.
Why is it called Dead Man's Pond?
Because it's a lake, and then some people don't know how to run it.
Some people don't know how to run it? What? That's out of character.
Okay. They don't know how to travel or run across it.
Okay.
They don't know how to use a speeder because it's pretty choppy.
Gotcha. I was wondering how they were walking on water.
Yeah. It's a terminology us youngsters use.
There you go. I'm 200 years old. We need to my companions, I'm going to say, we need to rent that skiff.
Yeah, sounds like it.
You know anything about this job that he wants you to do for him?
Oh, he thinks that the job that he pulled and brought in some crates and some and a hovercraft will get him in the gang. That's what he's thinking. Little does he know. The boss is not impressed too much. Pretty sure at any given point the boss will throw him out on his key stuff.
By chance, would you know where he last made contact with you?
Well, right now he's sitting at the hideout past Dead Man's Pond.
And that's where the merchandise is. Yes, I take it.
Pretty much.
Oh.
I look at him. I look at the others and say, I think we should confer for a moment. And I look at him and I say, may you excuse us, please?
Oh, by all means. I have no love lost for Betsby. He's just a little punk. He's not part of our gang.
I pull the others back.
By the
Sorry.
way, I didn't introduce myself. Ankle K is my name.
All right. Good meeting you, Ankle Gay.
And I will confer with Oscara and the others.
I look at
mind.
them and I say, this looks like a perfect opportunity to lay a nice trap. Bring him in without a shot fired if we're lucky.
Oh,
Like Senator just like looks so like, why you got?
Or we know where he is if there are shots fired. If we're not lucky,
Yeah.
look up
now that-
Zindar. We might get to shoot a lot.
Now that I know where we're going, pretty sure I can get there faster than they can.
And with that earlier aspect, yeah, you now know where you can track where Dead Man's Pond is. You just need a skiff, and you're going to be able to get to it, and you know the section just past Dead Man's Pond.
Let's get that skiff then.
So you guys just want to track him down? You don't want this gang to maybe bring him up here so that we don't even have to run him down?
Well, the merchandise is there. We need to get to the merchandise.
I think
anyway.
doing it out there meets our discrete requirement for the job a little bit better.
right. We don't want
Point.
any witnesses.
You're not allowed to kill him, you know that, Zender.
I know. I'm just hoping he has friends I can at least hurt a little.
Hey, he said alive. He didn't say in one piece.
Exactly. You see, that oozes on my side on this one.
I'm not. I'm just saying if you're gonna shoot low.
Yeah, I'll aim like I'll ruin the chances of kin being, brought up.
Or maybe, wipe out all the other guys, and those of us who actually know where the stun setting is can try to take him out.
Yeah,
It's right over there. I know you don't use it, but it's over there.
You'd be surprised with this helmet. I really have poor depth perception. I can't really finalize my fingers. They're like I only got 3 of them. I can't exactly switch to stun. It's such an odd little flick of my blaster pistol's got. But all right, off to the pound then.
I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. But if you decide to hurt anyone, and if things get a little bit bad, if you need if you take out the boss, I would be happy to mention any further negotiations or deal as the new leader.
Yeah, I can see how you want to move up, capitalize on this a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if something like that happened, but it could be advantageous.
Yeah, and because I'm understanding this particular predicament, me sitting right here is just a good thing to do for sundown, a few hours from now.
Great plan.
How about this? We take out this boss and we deal with our business. You assume power. How about a little bit of free advertising? If you find any folks looking in need for bounty hunting, you mention us first.
I think we might have a coming to arrangement here, yes. But some financial assistance could be negotiated.
Perhaps.
It seems it'd be worth credits to not have a boss anymore.
Yeah, good point. So I'll sit here and wait for some tragedy to might happen. And if tragedy does happen, well, you have a lovely day then. How about that?
Yeah,
Sounds like a
too.
deal to me.
Excellent. Since we are having some fun with this, yeah, good luck. Enjoy.
Hey,
I'll give him like a 2-finger salute and then
Be like, all right, let's go catch us a long gone then.
I turn to the lieutenant. Say, where's the nearest Hertz?
Oh, the skiff down by the docks, just around the corner from the left on the landmark. So, yep, it's a Torlandorian, or the flying dude. He's a good one.
Nod and start walking out.
Nice.
So as you kind of come out, yeah, negotiations. Little subplot there. Nice.
Yeah.
It takes 5-10 minutes from where you're at to kind of get to the dock area of where the skiffs, and there's a few different skiff owners, but the one that you mentioned, where's, because I cannot pronounce Star Wars species names. It's a Trodarian. Trodarian. Thank you. Yes. So there's a Trodarian owns a skiff. He's got basically skiffs that you can rent to take you into the caverns and stuff like that. So yeah, he's kind of sitting there. There's several different skiffs lined up, and he kind of comes up. Hey, welcome. I am Keith. How can I help you? Skiffs I have. You want to rent? I have them here. Come. What is the business I can help you with today?
One skiff, please.
One skiff.
Working
Excellent.
skiff, please.
Are you looking for a full day or a half a day, you renter?
Let's call it a full day, right?
I would say, like, I'll whisper in Rose's ear, full day, but with the chance of the ride not returning in one piece. Just
we'll buy the
throwing it out
insurance.
there.
Oh, excellent. So it's $25, 25 credits for today, a $200 credit deposit for security deposit, and which would be returned to you upon the return of this gift.
Well,
It was just going to look over at Ascara and say,
Well, sounds fair.
Excellent.
I'll want to give it a once over before we take off in it. Yeah.
You know what? Give me a mechanics check, or I will allow a piloting planetary. So either piloting planetary or mechanics check.
Mechanics is a little better for me. Are the dice ready?
The dice are ready right now. Yes, it's going to be just a simple average check. Yeah, you know.
I cannot roll a success without a threat happening.
Yes.
Like ever.
So you notice that out of the 3 skiffs that he has, 2 of them are okay and average. The one that's better out of all of them is actually, it's pretty good, but it does have a little bit of scorching a little bit on it. So it's not 100%. It's got a little bit of maneuvering issues, but it's the best one out of all of them.
Okay.
It's the most sturdiest.
Yeah, this one looks good. And if it breaks, I can fix it.
That's very true. Excellent. So, do you need anything else that I can help you with? Any snacks? What do you need?
What have you got?
Oh, I might be able to hand for you. What are you looking for?
You have any rope?
Rope. Yes. I think I can get some rope.
Yeah, some like towing cable, just in case we get stuck on the road.
That I can do. I'll throw that in for free.
Yeah, much obliged, good friend.
Excellent. Anything else?
The skiff's got does it have a port or like a mixtape insertion so we can have like, enjoyable show tunes for the riding around?
No. I don't know where you come from, but that's an odd request. But that was okay. No issues, no judgments at all. But no, we don't have something like that.
Well, you really take the joy out of a joyride, don't you?
Hey. Anyways, as he sees another customer. Well, you drink the skiff, I'll be back, and we all good. As he's looking for the credits. And you guys pay him the 250 or 225 credits.
Yeah, don't cheat us.
All right.
As he kind of picks it up.
Receipt, please.
So at this point, we just got a donation from Light of the Moon for
Ooh.
Boost. And we also, I think it's just, we got 2 boosts available from the looks of it. So something to consider for the players to use.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
thank you
Very
so
much.
much for that.
Yeah.
And as you set out, as you're going in the rainfall and you're going to the caverns, you embark into the darkness of the caverns. And this is where we're going to take a quick 10-minute break, and we'll come back to find out how well they can maneuver and track these caves of darkness on their way past Dead Man's Pond to their quarry, and how well will they find it.
I got a bad feeling about this lake.
Stay tuned.
It ain't a Star Wars game unless we say we have a bad feeling.
Thank you again for donating. Make sure you donate and get those in there. Thank you so much, and we will be back shortly. Hello and welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us again for our wonderful Star Wars Shadowport adventurers. All right, so donations. Thank you so much for the people that have donated. We are going to be using those donations to affect our game. But for the people that have not donated yet, please consider it, because your donations will affect this game as well. It affects the charity that we are here to sponsor for. So No Kids Hungry is a great charity that we are here for. So your donations help this game narrative, but it goes for them. So please consider donating. And we're going to have a little bit of incentive in this one. So because we want to get to that $4,000 mark. So keep them coming. And just to remind you, for $20 of a donation, you can add a blue boost dice to any of the players. For $25, you get to add a set, or me, the GM. For $25, you get to add that black setback dice for any of the players, or me as the GM. For $40, you can upgrade their green dice to a yellow dice to make sure that they can make those, because they might need it soon. They might need some help soon. So be considerate. And for $50, they get a full reroll, because when it just bombs out, you might need a reroll. So consider donating, please. All right, where we left off our adventurous crew is they just got into a skiff. And they are heading into the caverns. And they're traveling through these mystery caverns in a nice little open skiff, as the players now see. And as they're kind of moving around and kind of getting this, who's piloting this wonderful craft?
That's a great question. Not me.
I assumed it was
Not
me because I
me.
do have piloting planetary.
And I believe you have some ranks in there as well.
Yeah, I have 1 rank in that.
So the big question is, how fast are you going? Are you speeding through this? Are you taking your time and making sure that the winds and the curves are kind of coming in as you're going through these large and small tunnels and jaded rocks that are kind of up and down?
He's got Ooze as his navigator, though, which means he can go twice as fast,
Yeah,
twice
Ooze
as
is my
safe.
co-pilot, so I want to drive safely at Ooze speed. Yeah. And the fact that there's something called Dead Man's Pond we have to get past, so named because people keep eating it getting across it is encouraging me to show a little bit of caution
Okay.
since Ooze is providing the extra speed.
I'm going to say, because you're taking your cautious time, going fast still, because of your co-piloting, naming out, oh, right, it's not going to be a very difficult check. So we're going to have...
He gets to ignore one setback with Ooze as his co-pilot.
Perfect, because there is one setback to this. The dice are set, so give me a planetary piloting check, please, for this first part.
We
Oh,
see
yeah.
better than
Wow,
that.
you-
And again, I cannot roll a success without a threat happening.
Honestly, what the hell?
So as you're kind of going, Ooze, you miscommunicated with Ooze. Ooze is like, hey, turn. You're like, oh, yeah. And you smack, your back end smacked into that one rock.
Hey, take
As
it
you're-
easy, little buddy. Take it easy.
It's just
As the skiff takes a point of strain damage, as you're just kind of straining the systems, as you kind of had to jerk on it a little bit, and you're getting through it. You know the way. You're kind of getting there. You're making good time. You're not getting lost. And just as you're getting close. I'm gonna one more planetary roll just to see how well and how if you find that quick spot or you're just going. So
How well
dice
you
are set.
threaten us.
Yeah, that too.
All right, let's see if our trend continues.
Hey!
Hey, no threats! Yeah.
No threats this time. So just as you were kind of coming, you were like, oh, wait a minute. Ooze is like, take the left. And you kind of spin it and you make that left turn and it cuts down about 10 minutes time as you kind of duck under as the cavern got a little short and you kind of open up to this large pond in the middle of this like this lake, this huge lake, and this huge opening. And my wonderful artistic, as the players can see, you can see as you come in at this point right here, as the tunnel kind of comes in with water into this large dome of this large lake in this underground cavern. And it's really high. It's a few hundred feet high. But what you notice is that it's rounded on the edges of the walls, and then it comes down. There's a big pipe in the wall that's water's flowing into from some underground source. And you notice a dry beach kind of landing area with a small door, a cave entrance that obviously goes to another part, and you're pretty sure that behind that cave entrance is where you get to the hideout of which the Whistlers are at. So being here in this area, what would you like to do as you start calmly entering into Dead Man's Pond?
I'll pull out both my pistols and just sort of overlook the water, see if there are any creatures that I can scan out from our position.
Into the water?
Yeah.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
How far above the water are we? Did you say?
You're just like a foot
Just
above the
above?
water.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just kind of like that foot above the water.
And you said it's what, 100 feet up
It's about 100. It's several hundred feet.
across?
It's like extreme range. So a few hundred feet to get across to. So
All right. While he's looking down, I'll look up.
okay.
Smart.
Art.
One ever looks up.
What is Ascara doing?
Oscar is just sort of looking around as they drive. Nothing specific. She's got her
Okay.
weapon at the ready and is just sort of keeping an eye out.
All right. Who's you're helping piloting? Anything else that you're doing?
At this point, the big guy is going to unsling his rifle. He's probably the best shot at this kind of range. So if
Okay.
anybody pokes their head out of that door, they'll
Perfect.
consider shooting them.
Okay. And Fit, you're driving. How fast are you going?
Now, for
this
getting
area.
across this, I'm going to take it relatively slow again because our good friend in the alley commented on it being a place where people don't make it across. So I'm watching the water for threats and going to take it at moderate speed.
He said they don't run it very well. Why would
Yeah.
you have to run across this
Maybe
thing?
you'd have to go really
Well, I'm
fast.
wondering if there's
It's not
like
safe.
waves or something comes out of the pipe or some other hazard that I need to be watching to avoid.
running a gauntlet, something flying down. There could be lots of different things for that. Unknown.
I have a hunch that if you make this run too slow, you sink.
Yeah, so just normal speed kind of.
All right. So I would like everyone to give me a perception check. Now, because of what you described, I'm giving everyone a boost or a bonus. For the two individuals that currently have additional boosts and bonuses, you want to use them here, you're welcome to, or you can hold on to them. It's up to you. Let me know.
Remember, they're close to ooze. They already get a bonus die.
For on the press. Okay, so yes. So
I will use the ooze bonus, but not the other donation bonus.
I will not. I will hold on to the donation one as well.
Okay, so
I want to save that for a certain death avoidance roll.
So I will upgrade that, or I'll add that boost as well. So I'm setting this. It's going to be a little bit difficult. So with a little bit of a setback, but you're getting definitely quite a bit of boost because you're watching the water. Ooze is there to help out. So do you get 2 or 1 bonus or boost dice because of the proximity of ooze?
So you have to be engaged, which is under 5 meters away.
I would say everyone is engaged. So I'm going to add. So you're going to get 3 boost dice here on your roll. So I'm ready when you are.
All right, perception.
Ooh! Oh! Thank you. So, what this is Xander is like, yep, I'm looking at it. I'm watching the water. Oh no, I'm scared. Take 2 strain from what you are about to see.
Oh.
All of us?
No. Only Xander takes 2 strain.
Okay, strain.
Fett, you're like, I'm driving, I'm not seeing it, but all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a second. Oh, now I understand. You have 4 advantage, and you realize that you need to go fast. As you just after this round, you realize you need to go fast.
Okay.
So, and if you have anything else you'd like to use those advantages for. On your next piloting skill to try to
I think I want those advantages on the next piloting skill because that may be important.
Okay. Reek, you are like, you're in the same boat. You're like, you're watching the water, but suddenly you see something which I'm about to describe, and you get a little Wookiee pucker, and you're like, for Wookiee to be, you take 2 strain.
Okay.
Askara.
Oh dear.
As you're kind of looking around, you're like, you're looking to the left, to the right, while everyone's looking to the left. And you're kind of like, yeah. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, over there. Because you were looking at the water, correct? Not because Ruka was looking up at or were you looking at the scene? I can't remember.
I was looking up.
Okay.
I was just looking around. I didn't think to look up.
So you look behind, and for a second, you see something behind you. That something splash, and this big old splash. There is something directly behind you that either something fell or something massive is coming up behind you. You feel this horror that something's coming up behind you. And then Ooze, you're kind of looking around and you don't see anything. You're like looking around going, what's going on? But what Rick and Fett see, or Xander see, is you suddenly see this large shadow coming towards your vessel.
Under the water?
From underneath the water. It is 3 times the size of your skiff. Maybe 2. And now you understand the relevance of what Dead Man's Pond means. Mm-hmm. Because this is probably its home. Mm-hmm. At which point, I would like everyone to go into their character sheets, and under combat, you will see initiative. And there's the word called vigilance. Please go ahead and roll your vigilance for your initiative.
Everybody gets bonus dice.
You get a bonus dice on your vigilance?
Because of the heightened awareness ability, anybody that's engaged gets 2 bonus dice, or 1 bonus die.
Oh, on
if they're not
initiative
engaged.
2?
It
Oh,
says any
wow.
roll.
Oh, interesting.
He's an experienced wilderness guide.
Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to actually ask everyone to go into your dice pool on the left-hand side where you see the blue dice. Click 2 die, move that up to 2, and then click away. Then go ahead and go to your combat tab, and then click on your vigilance. So hopefully everyone will have their vigilance and 2 dice added into that.
I think you can add modifiers directly too.
Yeah, but actually because of you're using the vigilance, I'm not. It has to kind of come from you a little
Okay.
bit.
See how this works.
I upped the blue die by 2.
Yep.
Hey, I
It looks
finally
like
got
it-
an all good roll. Yay.
Hey,
This is good.
And some good rolls here.
you do have some good rolls, definitely.
All right.
I've got to make mine. So
And we should unclick that blue die after we
yes,
roll, yeah.
make sure you unclick that blue die when you're done.
Thanks for reminding me.
Mhm.
Wait. No, don't thanks for reminding us.
Oh, that's not working. Let's go with this one. Here we go.
You know what? No result is still a result.
No, that's what I want. That's what I want. All right. So we are going to go with. So the interesting thing about initiative is works very differently from your standard Dungeons and Dragons or others. How initiative works in Star Wars is that there are player slots and there are NPC slots. And depending on how many player slots and NPC slots or players, you work together. So everyone rolls a success as a point, and for every advantage is point number. So it's 1 point something. Based off of the order, it doesn't matter who rolled them. You work together as a team. So any player you talk amongst yourselves and work coordinating together to figure out who would like to take a particular player slot. Then the GM will use the NPC slot. And then so you go down the order and someone picks that particular slot. So the interesting thing is that slot for round 1 doesn't have to be the same for round 2. So if the person that is the last person in the player slot for round 1 can be the first player slot in round 2. So it's all you work together and figure out who wants to go first based off of weapons, based off of talents, based off of a lot of different things. So that's the unique thing about this system. So I got one more. All right. So with that being said, you are on the map. You are just getting into about a fourth of the way there. You've got a bit of a way to go. If you try to push it, it's gonna take you one round to be able to just get there. The next round you'll be able to land on there because of how wide this range is, based off the speed that you're going. Because this particular speed, it's got a 2 speed. So with that being said, you see this large shadow just kind of move towards you and then dive under the water a little bit. And as it's moving towards your vessel, as it kind of comes back up close to the surface. Who would like the first player slot?
All right, just I'll state my intent, and that way, and we can pick based
Okay.
off of that. But I would like to, since I don't have any ranged, Rook's goal is to keep everybody in the ship. So I would like to take that tow line and grab onto that, and then get ready to grab onto anybody who might need to, might be in danger of falling off.
Perfect. Yeah, you're all set. That is definitely a action maneuver. You're waiting, and you can, if something happens, you grab something. Perfect.
I have a heavy ranged weapon, so I'll take up the role of shooting at the sea monster.
Okay.
But do we want to try to do the piloting the skiff first before all the shooting?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, let's build some distance.
All right.
Punch it, Fit.
Okay, so now between the last 2 rolls, Feet is sitting on 8 advantage.
8 advantage.
I had 4 from
Okay.
the perception and 4 from the vigilance.
All right.
So can I convert that into anything to help me
So you
fly
have
across the pond and land really, really fast?
Now
You
with
have
the
4
4,
from-
it would
yeah.
the 4 would actually convert to 2. So you could have either one of two things. You could have like 6 advantage, or you could use 3 of them to upgrade your ability.
Okay,
Or downgrade.
I would like to use 3 of them to upgrade the ability to do because I want to see if I can get all the way across the pond and land in one turn. Is that a doable maneuver?
Ooh. Do you have any talents to make you go faster?
I have ranks in mechanics, the 1 rank in piloting planetary, and I think what.
Do you have
else?
any special talents or anything like that?
Oh, let me.
Under the combat tab.
Yeah,
Richard.
under the combat tab.
Tinkerer, solid repair, Sphinx, binary, quick draw. Nothing that seems
No.
appropriate.
Now you do have, it is a speed of 3, so you could try to punch it and try to make it from that long range in the range bands and just without stop and just try to hit that sandbar if you'd like.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
And hopefully not destroy the skiff and everyone on it when you get to that point.
Right, and I
So-
would also like to use the donation bonus boost.
Oh, hey.
This looks like an
This is a
important
good
roll.
time for that. Yeah.
I would say your timing is good.
Stack those bonus die.
Yeah.
So how about this? You're going to full throttle it and you're going to get to that, but the next round you're going to have to figure out that last minute stop. And when you get to that, you're going to have a very difficult roll to get to that stop. And
Okay.
depending on how well you roll here, it will be bonuses on how well you stop. You might make that beautiful, just kind of stop halfway right there, or you might just horribly crash.
Stupid inertia.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be based off your speed. Based off of that, we are the handling. I forgot what is your handling. Oh, you do have a pretty good handling on this, so you do get some additional bonuses on your handling for this. Wonderful.
I don't understand what's handling. Sorry.
I got it taken care of.
Okay, cool.
So, the dice are set. Your
All right.
5 boost dice are set.
Jesus.
All right.
Oh,
Now
Ready to
remember,
go?
Richard, you're using a whole bunch of bonuses now, but on the next roll, you're going to have to use the Destiny pool.
and you do have an upgrade. So you have an upgrade. You've got 5 boosts. It is going to be a hard check because you're going speed 3. You're going full throttle on this.
Okay.
And then, last but not least, what any bonuses or successes are going to help you with your stop next
Okay.
round.
All right. I'm ready to click.
Go for it. Oh yes.
Ah,
That's
Decent.
good, right?
Good. It's nothing bad came
it's
up.
a
so that's
success
good.
and 3 advantages.
3 advantages. So
Okay.
you are definitely going to be able to upgrade your roll next round to be able to make this beautiful stop
Okay.
sideways before you hit the big thing. Awesome.
I love
Very
dice
nice.
pool games.
All right. So with that being said, you start going. This creature's starting to come out of the water as you kind of see. So there are 3 more player slots. Who would like the next player slot? If you'd like to shoot it, you can get a shot off on it if you want.
Yeah, I'll take up while we're still close and like leaving the short range, or like they're like right behind the boat at first, right?
So he went. So it's about medium range right now
Okay, all right, beautiful then for me. I will
because he
take-
just floored it.
got it. Yeah, so Zendar is going to give his pistol a spinny spin, and he is going to I will use the bonus die on this. Where are the things that he can do? Finding my sheet, but yeah, I just want to. Is it just one creature we see, or are there multiple?
No, there is one large creature.
Nice.
Very huge creature.
Okay. I will use my my gunslinger sneeze. What do we have? I can quick draw 2 times. So yeah, the pistols are both out. What else? And I can just fire 2 shots?
So how it works is if you're going to do dual pistol, I believe I put it in your combat. You want to go for the dual shooting, and it adds an extra purple dice. So you're going to be rolling. I've got it set, but then it should be the one that says dual pistol, correct?
Dual pistol. Dual pistol.
There should be a 2-weapon, 2-shot. There's a regular shot, and there should be a two-shot.
It's combat skills, quick strike.
It's in your combat, on your weapons.
Initiative.
Did we put it in?
weapons. Yeah, I see the 2 pistols. I'm seeing both pistols separately, with the 10 damage, crit 3, and the dice there. So that's what I would click.
I just want to double check. So you want the dual shooting. So it's the first
Yes.
one. You want the dual shooting. So that is the one because it's got all your additional
Dual shooting.
Yep, dual shooting.
Okay.
So we are set for the dual shooting. Go right ahead and make some magic.
All right, and this is with the donation bonus die, correct?
So I will add the dice. So yep, I'm using that in there. So you've got a lot to go.
All right, so here we go.
Oh, nice.
All right.
So you've got, unfortunately, with only one. You have paired on this, I believe, don't you?
Paired.
I'm pretty sure you do because I think we modified it. So you need that one advantage so that you can actually shoot both weapons. So it does 12 points of damage, 12 points of damage. So you can shoot both your weapons at this thing.
Okay, and I will shoot the other one. That's just a separate
Nope.
one I find.
It's the same one. So in Star Wars, you actually only roll once, and you need at least advantages to proxy the second shot.
Got it.
Instead of making 2 shots like D&D, it's only 1 shot. You make the difficulty more challenging, and if you succeed, then you can actually proxy the second shot. So you proxied the second shot. So with that advantage, no problem. Right. So yeah, you shot it twice. It hit both times, and you hear this whirr, as it looks like it did a good amount of damage to it.
Yeah, I'll say like as it's like coming up out of the water, I just see like wait for it, and then like the second like I get a good look on the eye, just like shoot like one of its eyeballs like clean out, and just like its blood spurt is just like liquids are like filling up in the water.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, next player slot. Who would like that one?
Can I take a shot at it too?
Sure, go for it. Let me adjust.
We're still in medium range.
We're at medium range, so it's going to be 2, but it's got some adverse, so it goes up and down, so a whole bunch of stuff. Do you have any
special advantages? Nope.
Nope. So I'm ready with my dice, so go ahead.
Oh!
So
whoa!
No success, but 7 advantages.
You have a ton of it. So you're shooting at it, and it's impacting on the water, so it's really not doing any damage to it. But what would you like to do with all those advantages? You want to make it more difficult for the monster? Do you want to have it okay for you? Do you want to give some boost? What would you like to do with those 7 advantages? Wow.
Wow.
So can I, like, instead of shooting directly at the monster, maybe shoot at the ceiling and have the rocks hit the monster?
You were shooting at the monster, so it could be that you were the waves. Something may have ricocheted the waves,
Weird deflection.
and some stuff was following.
Okay,
and it just
I've got it.
Yes.
The shots from the pistol, they hit from the blaster. They hit the water and they make so much steam from the heat that the monster's like scalded and it can't see anything.
Wow.
It's gonna have some it's gonna have an upgrade on any attacks it does.
Okay.
What do you mean it's going to have an upgrade on any attack?
So basically,
The
you
difficulty.
disoriented it. Its difficulty is going to increase if it's gonna get once it gets in range and attacks you because of everything you've done.
Oh, okay.
Still have 2 advantage. What would you like those 2 additional 2 advantage to do with?
Can I pass it to whoever shoots it at next? So,
Yep, you can
and I will totally do that.
pass 1 advantage off to them.
I will pass an advantage off to Zendar, and then I'll pass advantage off to who was driving again.
So it's
feet.
since you have only 2, you could choose someone or to the next person.
Okay, then it's I'll pass it off to Zendar.
Okay, so
All right.
Zendar, you're gonna have a bonus on your next action.
Nice.
So we have 2 PC slots left, but the one, if I recall. So then, who would like the first one?
I'm gonna let the Wookiee win.
Let the Wookiee win. What's the Wookiee gonna do? As no one has fallen yet. So the Wookiee's actually gone.
Yeah. Because I had to
Oh.
get, I got a hold of the tow line, and I'm basically ready to catch anybody if they.
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
So it's actually the NPC's turn, right?
Yes. So
There you go.
I can't count. So here's what happened. The NPC, so this monster rears up, and you just see this large maw with this long head, and it's just got this big jaw here. It's massive. It's got this huge tail as it's swimming towards you, and it just dives down under the water. And the entire time, it just moves towards you and literally springs up on top of, right next to the boat. As the boat's starting to move, it just comes right up next to it. Arr! Which gives us to a PC's, the last PC slot.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and double aim here. I want those dice.
Oh.
Do you want to add those to the pool, or should I?
I can add. Oh, actually, so, up to you. Do you want to add them or should I?
I'll let you.
Okay, I'll add the. So I've got the. You're taking some strain. You're adding it. What are you shooting this thing with?
So you guys have probably noticed that Ooze has a very nice blaster rifle. It's customized. It's got a very powerful telescopic sight, and it looks like he's done some additional modifications to it. But it's still fundamentally a blaster rifle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he is going to go ahead and take careful aim.
All right,
Fire at it.
Oh, before you shoot, there are some additional modifications. So you are shooting in engaged range with a blaster rifle.
Yep.
So I needed to upgrade this a little bit more because it goes. I add 2 upgrades. So I had to double check what you were using a blaster rifle for. So,
Yep.
That was, so it should be, I'm going to double check. Actually, there we go. So, doing math in Star Wars.
You add an extra purple.
Yeah, actually, because it's 2 purple because you're using a heavy weapon on top of the 1, so it should be 3. So actually, that is the correct roll. So yep, we are good. That's what we need. So
All right.
So you hit for 10 points of damage. This thing is not looking good.
And I'm going to crit.
You're gonna crit. Yeah, you can use 3 to crit.
Yep. I'm going to use 3 to crit.
All right, roll me a D100. So if you go /R.
Yep.
1D100, or on the, give me a crit roll. A 65, slightly dazed. This creature is disoriented until the end of the encounter, as you shot off one of its eyes and it's just doing damage to its eyes. So it's a little disoriented.
Right in the eye.
Yeah, so this thing is not looking good, and it's looking quite angry.
And I'll use that last one to pass it along to whoever goes next, which will hopefully be fit, landing us on the shore, right? Right?
Right, but before he can, this large creature, because it's a nemesis, gets in an attack, because he gets 2 attacks per round. Because nemesis gets 1 attack when on there, and then 1 at the end of the round. So with that being said, it's going to chomp on someone. Now, unfortunately, this particular, he has a lot of bad stuff going on right now. So he has, I have to upgrade the difficulty because you've disoriented him. It's a standard melee, so one of the purple turns to a red. Because of the difficulty, it's of shaking and everything else that you're doing to him, it's bad. And who is going to be the lucky person that we're going to get? Since randomly attacking someone in the group, number 4 is going to be Fat. Because you shot him so well last time with those blasters, he's going to chomp on you.
All right, I will take the chomp.
Do you have any defense dice?
Defense dice, that would be under combat? Or, I have no defense.
No defense dice? Okay.
0.
That's why I'm asking, because it adds setback. So this is going to be a decent roll, but it's going to be a difficult roll. So here we go. If you are ready, it comes down and chomps.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That looks painful.
Oh,
That do look painful.
um,
But maybe it breaks a tooth. I don't know.
8, 9,
I'm
10,
wearing
11.
like it's not Beskar armor. If it was, it'd probably break a couple of his teeth. But
It
Like
does
coming-
13 points of damage,
Crikey.
minus your soak.
minus my soak.
Minus your soak. So 13 minus your soak.
Ow.
You have 4 or 3 soak.
That is 5 soak.
Oh, you have 5 soak. So you took only 8 points of damage as this thing just came down and just split into your armor a little bit and just made, and as it rears up.
Yeah. I'm just like clutched in its jaw, just like, help! I can't. I like to be close, but not this much. So just like being whirled around in his mouth.
All right. So now we are at the top of the round. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, yep. So which Fig, your roll. You're doing.
Fit.
Yeah. Oh, gotta. Now, do you have straight all the stuff from all the previous round
Yes.
carrying over?
So I'm
Alright.
carrying it over. I'm going to be upgrading your roll because of how well you had. It's
Okay.
going to be because you're coming in hot.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit, but all the setback I've brought, you get a bonus and you get an upgrade. So what could go
Alright.
wrong? So here
What
you go.
could possibly go wrong?
Oh,
Everything.
But you got a bunch of advantages.
I failed with a lot of advantages.
So have you ever seen a ship, a cutter come in and to the dock and just slide in, or a boat it's just full speed and just slide in and just stop right inches before the dock?
Yeah.
Similar to that, but this time you slammed in
Mm.
and just kind of slammed into the side, and everyone's shaking. But here's the thing: no one falls out because of some of those advantages. But with all those additional 5 advantages, what would you like to do? The ship took damage. Definitely took some damage on that one.
I would like to pass the advantage to the next player who needs to shoot the monster.
So you got 2 people that can actually take. The next 2 people will have advantages on their shots.
Okay.
So,
Great.
which brings up, you are at on the beach down here. You're sideways. You can jump off. The monster's right there. Who would like the next player slot? Shoot, jump off. Who would like?
Any mind if I take it up this one, Ascara? A little payback.
Shoot it up.
Hurry up!
All right, I will keep on shooting.
All right. So before you roll, let's double check this. So you are in engaged range. You're using pistols.
Yes.
So it's going to be upgraded with another, but it does have an upgrade because of some adversity.
Oh, we're engaged range. All right.
Yeah, so you're in engaged range. So it goes. My dice pool is set and ready. Actually, it is now. So whenever you'd like to roll, are you doing dual or just one shot?
Let me see. I know I have a thing I can do. Going down my abilities. It's quick draw, improve quick draws. Suffer number of strength. Or wait, not rapid reaction. Okay, yeah. I mean, can I maneuver aim and just
You can
do a
aim.
single
So you
shot?
could use a maneuver to aim and add a boost to your roll. Yes.
Okay,
All
I
right.
will do that. And
And
this
then the question is, you can click on duelist shot or single shot, whichever would you like.
all right, going for the duel.
All right.
If you can put it down.
Oh,
Ooh.
look at that. You missed. So you shot. You shot at this thing, but however, because of the rocking, it just pinked off of it or missed. But you have crits. Let me rephrase it. You have 4 advantage and a triumph. So even though you're missing, something in your advantage has happened. What would that like to be?
Well, put it in range. Put it in range of this guy.
Yeah. I will. I'll say like it misses and like hits the bolt hits a rock and then ricochets back to a stalagmite and then the falling rock just like pierces this thing's right through the chest.
What I would say is that as you're shooting up, you're missing
Okay.
it, and it's hitting the top of the ceiling,
Yeah.
and it's starting to a big chunk starts slamming into this thing, doing something, making it more difficult. And anything it does, if it survives, has an upgrade difficulty to be able to do something bad. So yeah, it's distracting it. It's making it just horrible as things just start falling down on top of it.
All right.
What would you like to do with any of the boost or advantages?
I'll pass the advantage on to Oscara. Since
Okay.
I know she's shooting next, more than likely. And I think that's all I can do.
Yep.
All right.
All righty. So, Oscar, who would like to take the next player slot? As this big creature is here.
I'll take it.
Okay. What would you like to do?
So I've got 2 advantages, one from Zendar and one from fight, right?
Yep. I got those.
I will jump out of this thing's like outside the skiff, I assume.
Yep. It's also so you could jump outside of the skiff and take a shot if you'd like. Take a
I will
maneuver to get
jump
out
outside the skiff and I will take a shot at it with my blaster.
It is the dice are ready.
And I will also use a second movement strain
Okay.
to aim.
Okay. So, you know what? Rules out the window. So yeah, you jump off, use an aim, take 2 strain, go for it. The dice are set. You get an extra boost. Oh, look at that!
So many advantages.
The advantages like me.
For 10 points of damage, minus or plus 6 advantage. You could crit this twice if you would like.
I will go ahead and crit this twice. How do I
So-
crit this?
So in the put /R 1d100 plus 20. And that will indicate, because every time you crit, you add plus 10. It's been critted once, so, and you're critting it twice, you're going to add 20 to this roll.
Ooh.
There we go.
You forgot to add 20, but that's okay. So it's going
You
to be
can do that.
20. We can do the math. So it's a 25. So not terrible, but a 25 is off balance. So you are shooting this thing, it's making it off balance. I have setback on all of my skill checks for this creature. So you're making it very difficult for this thing. If someone crits, it's going to be plus 30 if someone crits this monster.
Goodness.
So that's how things happen. So it's not looking good. It's looking pretty bad. 1 PC slot left. Who would like it?
I would love to punch this thing.
Punch this
the
guy's
Wookiee
ticket.
Yeah.
All right, because you're punching this, it is going to be different.
Okay.
It is actually going to be, yeah, there we go. Do you have any boost dice?
I don't think I do.
Okay, I think you have one. So go ahead. So
Okay.
the dice are ready.
All right. Should I add the boost dice then, or you do it?
I got it. I got it.
All right. Rolling my shock blows. All right.
Yeah.
So you smack this thing for like 6 points of damage. Unfortunately, your hand hurts a little bit, and the shockness, you kind of shocked it a little bit, but it didn't do. It kind of hurts your hand a little bit because this thing is like tough. So you took a little bit of that one strain as you're like, ow. You're pretty sure that when you punch it, it didn't really have the effect that you were hoping. It did pretty well, but it's tough. Like it absorbed almost all of what you did to it.
Like it's hard to stun sort of guy.
Yeah, you pretty much. All right. Because of everything else, it's rearing back and it falls under the water for a second. At which point, as it moves under the water and is out of a visual at this moment, but you're pretty sure it's about to come back up. Who would like the last PC slot, and what would you like to do?
I think I have to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So it's still an engaged range, right?
It moved to short range, but it's under the water now.
Okay. Well, that's going to affect things a little bit, but not as badly as being in engaged range would. I guess I'm just going to try and shoot it.
You're going to try to shoot into the water and try to get it. It's going to be much more difficult to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But
I am going to aim.
You do have 4 life force points.
Yeah. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take my aim.
Okay.
And I think I can.
You think you can?
I think I can.
All right.
You all set?
Go for it. Holy hands of Barbarian. Thank you very much.
Whoa.
Wow.
2 successes, 2 threats, and 2 triumphs.
Wow.
How did you? What do you want to do to take care of this thing?
Uh,
How do you want this to look?
let's say that Ooze is still dialed in on that eye, and he just drills right through it again.
Oof.
So as it was kind of coming, it was coming back up out of the water, and just as it came back out of the water, you had it timed, perfectly aimed, and went boom. And just as it was about to smack on you, it just flops right in front and dies, and is out. And this large thing.
Yeah. What Rook said, all that.
You've defeated the monster of Dead Man's Pond. And as you're looking at the boat, kind of scarred and charred and damaged quite a bit, you're pretty sure you're going to be able to use it again. But it's got a little bit of the damage from that hard hit. You see the
We
cave
may not
open.
get all of our deposit back.
You see a cave entrance that leads off. What would you like to do?
Is the creature on shore?
It's kind of lingering right in front of that area a little bit. So it's kind of half submerged, half on the boat, half on the kind of the shore area.
I kind of nudge Ooze and say, "Trophy."
Yeah. Hold in.
Do we have to do that?
I mean, it's not
now?
going anywhere. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. But
Yeah, just get it on shore. We'll cut it up later.
yeah.
So as you're kind of pulling that thing in and kind of getting that, all right, you kind of get it enough that it's not going to sink back in.
Yeah.
Takes a minute or two, and as you kind of then you start working your way down this kind of windy, short distance of a cavern. It opens up to this large opening. Further down, about medium range, a good 50, 100. There's what seems to be like a structure built into this cavern. There's some windows and there's a few doors at the main level. And then there's like barriers of just like campsites and rock formations as things have fallen, and kind of barriers. And then over a little bit further towards that area, you see the skiff, this hut skiff staying there, and several 4 or 5 crates just kind of lounging. 4 of them appear to be kind of maybe contained, while one of them looks broken open, and there's a bottle or 2 on the ground, kind of sitting in that. The other thing as you kind of walk in there, you notice is that there's a whole bunch, there's about 20 people taking defensive positions behind these structures and in these window areas of this particular structure and doorway. That's a good medium long range. And you can tell that they don't really have blasters. They maybe have some holdout blasters, some knives. There's might be a makeshift, grenade or something, possibly, but they're just kind of waiting for what you're going to do. And what would you like to do as you kind of see this entrance right here?
I think at this point, I'm going to take out the personal shield and turn it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
This Gungan shield of looking energy force just kind of standing in front of him.
Yeah. Zendar is going to assume cover behind the nearest structure or wall, or maybe behind one of the crates.
It's pretty open for where you are, and it's interesting is that this is they're defensible, you're opened. So that's one of those interesting things about this situation is that it's there. And the other thing is, notice that there's a larger cave entrance far to the left where the skiff came in. So there's a way to get how the skiff got in, because this small little entrance that you came through isn't going to be able to get to that skiff.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, then I was just gonna stay like where the group is right now, like still both guns out, and just be like, I'm bleeding out pretty bad, but I think we could take him. Just like you, he's inhaling, exhaling, like he is really hurt from that beast attack.
Do we see what's his name? Betsby?
I'm going to say yes. You see him, as you're kind of looking at the crowd, you see him down by one of the entrances of the main structure, and kind of hiding there amongst a few other people. And you kind of see what appears to be a leader kind of standing on the second floor and he actually has a large blaster rifle in his hand, which is very unusual. But he's got a blaster rifle kind of sitting up there, and he's like, and he kind of yells out, "State your business!"
His name is Ankle K was lieutenant. Do we remember what was the name of the gang leader? Did that guy tell us?
Didn't tell us.
I don't recall him mentioning it.
Nope, he never mentioned it.
Well,
It's not Betsby that said that, is it? No, it's not. That's not Betsby.
No.
Nope.
Who just-
Betsby is the guy,
leader.
the kid you're
Right.
looking for.
Right.
You don't know the boss's name. It was never given to you.
So I'm going to quietly say, Ooze, you think you can drop the leader from here?
well, probably. But you might try talking to him first.
I yell to the leader, "You have something we want. If you give it to us without a fight, we can compensate you for that, and then we'll go away."
Interesting offer. What do you want?
Something you don't. I nod over at that guy with the scar on his face, Betsby, and I say, I understand he's not any one of yours.
Betsby. You're game for Betsby.
And that.
And his stuff.
Oh, the crates.
Mm,
And that skiff, too.
What's it worth? As you hear Betsy going, no, I'm part of the gang. Come on. Come here. No, you can't do this to me. What? It's like, compensation and you can have them. What are we looking at?
Avoiding the vengeance of Vargos the Hutt.
As he looks
Well-
down at Betsby. Really?
Now we gotta kill him. You do realize that, right?
Making a negotiation check. You are going to get 2 boost advantages because you mentioned Borgos the Hutt. And based off of the situation, it's going to be this is going to be an average, but there's going to be a little bit of difficulty on this one because he's not sure if he wants to be still alive or not. But go ahead.
Might be a place to use the light side point.
This might be a good place for that light side point.
Yeah, I'll use a light side point, and then remember I can give with a negotiation check. I can give 2 advantage to an ally.
All right.
So do I need to add a light side point, or have you done that?
No. Go. I will hit the use light side, and then I will upgrade. So, and then I will add you your boost for that. This is going to be an impressive roll because it's not going to be too difficult based on the situation.
But the consequences could be interesting.
Yes. So go ahead and roll. We are set.
Ha! 3
3
success.
successes and an advantage. Excellent. So as the boss is kind of sitting there going, so you're saying that you take Betsby, you take the cargo, you take the skiff, and you were never here, and we never have to hear anything about it, right?
That's the idea. Long as you
And-
comply.
Oh yeah, and any compensation on that, or are we just calling it even?
Make sure we get out of here without trouble, and we might leave some sweetening for you on the way out.
Hey, no problem. You can take him. Take them all. And you hear Beth, what? No, I'm not. I'm part of your gang. I brought you the stuff. Come on. I'm here. Quill, I love you. Come on, And the girl is
Quill's the
coming
girl.
off,
Quill's the girl.
and Quill's the girl, and she kind of comes up and hugs the boss, and kind of moves up to the boss, and she's just kind of like, And he's like, nope, go ahead and take him, take the stuff. We don't want it.
Oh,
And he's like, ah.
Unfortunately, Quill, I think you're gonna have some broken limbs go with that broken heart pretty soon.
Oh, and by the way, consider the thing that made. Might want to rename Dead Man's Pond because we kind of killed the thing that gave it that name. So consider that part of an extra little a
Bonus
present of good
payment.
faith. Yeah.
Oh man, you killed Betsy.
Maybe that was their guard dog.
She started it.
Yeah, she got a little too hungry for this Mando
real-
treats.
You realize that the whistles that they're wearing around their neck, and now it clicks in that the sound of the whistles echo in the chamber and might have a noise that suppresses the creature, and it's their guard dog, more or less.
Oh, no.
Good job,
feel
Zendar. We could have
kinda
gotten
bad
out of
now.
here clean.
Turn to Zendar and say, stick to shooting.
What? Hey,
So at this point, some of the other gang members grab Betsby, and it's like pushing him towards you, and they just kind of throw him in front of you, and they walk away, and they're like, no trouble, and they go kind of inside, and
We're
he's
gonna go-
basically been thrown right in front of you.
Hey, Ooze, where's that rope?
Well, I think Rook's equipped for
I've-
packaging things for
I've got
transport,
it.
right?
Yeah, I've got it. Time up.
Or Reveille, you're just kind of you get him tied up. The crates are there. You notice that 4 of the crates are still intact. The 5th crate is broken, and it looks like some of the alcohol has been damaged, and they might have partaken in 1 or 2 of them.
Cost of doing business, I guess.
So, what would you like to do at this point? Is he's kind of trying to wrestle out, and with there's no challenge. He's gonna be there, but he's like strapped in. You have a skiff here. You can get the stuff. The crates on the skiff, no problem. You have the other skiff. What would you like? How would you like to do, or what would you like to do next with all this?
I think
The gang members are like staying clear. They're like, take him. No, we're good. Business good.
Do
somebody
we
needs
want to? Well, who else can pilot? If we can just leave the rental skiff here as a gift for the unfortunate demise of Betsy.
we do have
and
a
take that out, the deposit out of our proceeds.
We do have a tow cable.
Yeah.
Tow the skiff back.
You could make your way all the way around, grab it, and then take it
Okay,
back.
yeah, that'd probably be better.
It'll take some time, but yeah, not a problem at all.
We don't have to worry about the lake anymore.
And you're not on a time, so over the course, definitely we'll be able to take care of all of that. And taking it slow, yeah, no problem.
And some Betsy trophy. Don't forget the Betsy trophy.
You can definitely have some
Yeah.
Betsy trophy on that.
Well, before we leave, I take the gang leader aside real fast and say, "You remember that sweetening you wanted?
Yeah,
Some things are worth more than money. Your friend Uncle K,
yeah.
he doesn't seem too fond of your leadership. I
Oh,
would
you
bear
say
that in mind the next time you run into him."
Oh, you say that now. Interesting there. So let me guess, he's doing some double dealing?
Something like that.
Ah, I have to say I'm happy with this compensation. Definitely. Well worth it. So you have you enjoy whatever you need to do with Betsby here. So and Betsby's like, no, please take me back. No.
Hey, stick a sock in it, kid.
And he whines and cries the entire time about love lost and Quill this, Quill that, my love, Quill, my heart, and cries, and he's like, what's gonna happen to me now?
Just literally find a sock or some sort of fabric and just stuff it in his mouth.
So you get all the crates in. You move it. You get the other tow cable. You bring. What are you gonna? You've got the comm link for the droid. What would you like to do?
We got to get out of these caverns
You
first.
get out of the cavern,
Okay.
no problem. So that's going to be
Okay.
fine. So you
Okay.
get out of the cavern. You're on your way back to the shadow port. You drop off the skiff. You get 175 out of your 200 credits back.
Hey, that's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad. I was
Or
expecting
your-
far worse.
You know, because of the negotiations, it's not too damaged, but definitely it's got a little. He's got to do a little bit of work on that. But yeah, you've got the skiff, the hut skiff. You got the cargo. You got Betsby. You got a comm link.
We got some Betsy hide, right? We got.
You got some. You got
that
some
might be
Betsy
worth
hide.
something.
That's it.
God,
Well, I think-
it's going to
well, I
stink
guess
up
we
the
need
ship
to-
for months.
I guess. Well, we got to take the the Fett skiff back to where it was originally parked, and maybe there's where we want to turn on the comm link to bring our friend, the protocol droid, over.
Yep.
So when you contact the protocol droid, he has you meet him at a southern dock area, private dock, to be able to make the exchange. He asks if you have all the items requested. Excellent. So as you get to the southern dock and you meet with the protocol droid, and there's two Gamorreans with the protocol droid at this point, and he's like, excellent. I see that you have recovered the cargo. As he kind of looking at it, one crate seems to have been missing. Problems or issues?
It was like that when we found the crates,
Ah.
unfortunately.
Hazard. Understandable. That. And I see you have our thief, as he's looking at Betsby.
Alive, as requested.
Yeah, with a sock on him because he wouldn't shut up.
Most definitely. As he looks to the Gamorreans, the Gamorrean guard. And as he kind of looks back at you, giving this plea of like, help me, as the Gamorreans take him away. On to scene, Vorgos the Hutt. And the protocol droid turns back to you. Oh, as promised, your contract has been fulfilled. Here, and provides you each with cred sticks of 2,000 credits.
Woohoo!
Excellent on this performance. Are you interested in further jobs?
Your boss got more work?
Possibly. There might be an additional service. Will you be staying in the port long?
We can hang around for a couple days, can't we?
It couldn't hurt, long as we get the necessary supplies if we ever want to go outside of the rim.
Excellent. I will have some information sent to a local cantina outside your hangar. I look forward to doing more business with you in the future. So as you depart the southern docks and on your way back to your ship, you hear this,
Oh, God. We put the kid on watch.
No, I think we left the sock in Betsby.
You have another foot, don't you?
as Lordy runs behind you.
Wasn't my sock.
I think we all have 2 feet. We can easily find
Did
another.
Twi'leks wear socks?
Hey kid, what's on fire?
And we will slowly end as we fade to black as you enter the cantina outside, injure drinks as this child runs to you in all glee and joy. And while we're ending us slightly early, thank you so much for playing in our Shadowport adventures.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey,
A
Thank
lot
you
of
so
fun.
much, Jay.
I love
good
this system.
times.
Thank you. So, few things to we're gonna go around. Please tell us about yourself, where we can find you on the socials, and what we need. So, Richard, please share with us.
So I'm Richard. I'm not highly active on social. Yes, mostly in the Games Tavern Discord, a few other Discords, and the only problem is at the end of a work day, looking at email, I a lot of times don't have the energy for for Discord, so I do it in spurts.
No problem. Thank you for playing. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so
Rob.
much for running it. This is great.
I hope you have fun. Thank you.
First of
Rob,
all-
share with us.
You can find me on Discord at the Games Tavern most days. I am on Twitter at israfesafe. That is a question, but no question mark. And I unfortunately don't have any other social media, so that's where you're going to find me.
All right.
No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you for playing. Kevin, share with us, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kevin Kudo. You can find me on all the social media at KKudoVA. On as far as what I'm doing actively in the TTRPG space, I am live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Revenge of the Crit, my Clone Wars campaign using the Star Wars 5e system, free for everyone to check out. It's fantastic if you're looking for a little D&D flavor for your games in that. And the system is certainly interesting. It had some fun results that we didn't get to have Gungan speak for the last bit of it, but yeah, I will gladly take killing a creature with some rocks for that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for it. Jose, please share with us.
I'm Jose. I am a freelance fantasy illustrator. I am on Twitter at Takajudge, TAKAJEJ. And I'm also on the Games Tavern Discord under @Jedge as well. So
wonderful. Thank you.
Commissions are open.
Oh, commissions are open. Excellent.
Oh, wow.
Oh, great.
Anna, please share with us.
I'm Anna. You can find me under Twitter, Discord, and Instagram under Amber Anna 391. And I normally play on Thursdays on the Whiskey Magic and Destruction stream with Rob. So hope to see you around.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Again, my name is Jay. I'm known as Neophet3 on the socials. If you like Star Wars, if you like this particular FFG, Edge of the Empire, go ahead and check out Legends of the Galaxy, which is the organized play for Star Wars. We want to definitely thank everyone who donated. And for those who are thinking about donating for the rest of the week for this charity, please do. This is a wonderful charity that we're looking to help out, and your donations go directly to them to help them. Where you can find me, generally Wednesday nights, I'm on Scryer Vision, which is Scryer Vision Twitch channel. I play in a D&D 5e game. And also, if you like more Star Wars content, once a month, and we'll be looking at season 2 a little bit more, once a month, the first Sunday of the month, I run a Star Wars Shadowport Adventures on Big Bearded Nerd 21 Twitch channel. So you can find me there running some one-shots. We do a series called Mercenary Tales. So we get different people at different times and run a series of one-shots that sometimes have an overarching story, but we get new players to come in and have fun. Season 2, we might be looking at some more additions to that. So stay tuned for that. But I know we're a little early, but for the people that are in chat, and we've got 15 minutes until the top of the hour, I'm going to throw this challenge out. Since we're so close to the $4,000.
We're not so close anymore.
Wait, we just beat it.
We just passed it.
Oh, we just passed it? Yes!
$100.
You're doomed, Reed.
Woohoo! Thank you so
Shave your
much,
head
everyone.
on stream. Get on here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for donating. Thank you I hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you enjoyed everything. Please stay tuned for all these more awesome games. There's more people that are going to be playing some great games. Stay tuned. We're a little early, but you know what? That's okay because it gives a little bit more time. Is there anything else anyone wants to share before we leave?
I'll just share something out of character that Zendar wouldn't have known. But our employer told me that your cape is actually synthetic Wookiee pelt, which is why I wasn't worried about it. He said he liked to look tough.
Yeah, that might. Yeah. There's a little
Faux
bit
Wookiee fur.
of, yeah. Yeah.
Make it till you make it, right?
Whether that's true or not, Rook believes it's true. But yeah,
the broker was quite convincing that to make sure that wasn't there, knowing full well Trandoshan with that and might have some problems in this one. To ensure that there's no issues.
Yeah, even if the cape wasn't there, there might have been some animosity, but we got along well enough.
Gotta work. Gotta do the job.
The reason I talk about it, I've got one of those that was what Rook's about. I mean, there's the Doctor Who episode where the thing in the pocket universe traps Time Lords. And fear me, I've killed 20 Time Lords. And the doctor says, I killed all of them, so fear me. It's like, that's what I figured. That was what I thought the vibe from Rook would be. For that.
He's just after one in particular one.
Again, no, Anna, please.
I said one thing I'd like to say before we sign off is we're the Games Tavern still recruiting streamers, especially streamers who are local to the Virginia, DC area. So if you are watching and you would like to try streaming, feel free to join our Discord and to give us a call.
Excellent. Excellent. Again, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, players, for joining us. I had a great time. I hope you enjoyed the narrative dice system that fantasy.
That was fun. Yeah.
It was a good little plot.
Yeah.
I hope to be able to run games for you again in the future. And like I said, anytime, let me know. We are going to call it a game. So we're a little early, but you know what? Sometimes that happens. It's better than being early than late.
That just means we did the job right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Efficient.
Efficiency.
Was it fast, good, cheap? Choose two.
That's right.
Yes.
Did you notice that
It was
no one
fast and
shot
good.
at us the entire game except the
Yeah.
monster? I can't negotiate with the monster.
Unless it's aggressive negotiations.
Very much so.
Yeah, those are That's Zendar's job to negotiate
Yes.
with the monster.
Zindar does the high energy negotiation phase.
Mhm.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much for running, Jay.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Jay.
Thank you, Jay. That was
for
fun.
DMing.
Thank you,
Again-
Jay. It was a great game.
Thank you. Again, everyone, thank you for joining us. And we hope to see you around. So have a good day. Have a good weekend. Have a good charity. Take care.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye, guys.